Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the High Movement Podcast, and we're about a couple weeks out from the new look Undisputed that's gonna air on the 28th this month. And so far, and according to Front Office Sports, there's some rumblings that the internal review of the show, people that are in the know, that work in the network, according to Front Office Sports, they're not too happy about this. It says Skip Bayless' new Undisputed cast not well received inside Fox. Some fear Bayless' crew can't compete with Stephen A. Smith and company on ESPN's First Take. Stephen A. is Skip's daddy now, said a source. Crazy, but I'm not surprised, right? I mean, look, we heard, like, we got the news that they're gonna do a panel style and whatnot. I mean, that's just the way it's trending. So they're not gonna be able to do this typical one-on-one debate with somebody. And so their rotating cast is gonna be Rachel Nichols, Lil Wayne, Richard Sherman, Keyshawn Johnson, and that's about it. And they're saying that, look, this show can't compete with some of the bigger names that ESPN has that rotates through. This article mentioned it did mention like Michael Irvin could be back on ESPN. I don't know. It was weird. It was like but some fear this proposed cast can't compete with ESPN's football focused First Take this fall, which could include Sharp and former Dallas Cowboys star Michael Irvin. But I mean, Michael Irvin is suspended, or he's not working with ESPN, so I don't know why they thought that he might be there. And Chris Mad Dog, everybody knows Mad Dog, Ryan Clark, Marcus Spears. I mean, look, Kimberly Martin is good. I mean, ESPN has that on lock. And having Wayne on Fridays with his mumbling mouth, Rachel Nichols in a debate forum, I don't know. Keyshawn Johnson, okay, yeah, but I mean, Keyshawn Johnson doesn't strike me as a guy that wants to do this long term. If not, he wants to be the main guy and have a big bag. I mean, I like Keyshawn Johnson. So yeah, the internal people are not happy with this. They're worried that it was tough to fill the shoes of Shannon Sharp, which you all predicted. You can't just replace Shannon Sharp, even with a panel. It's just not going to work unless you have a star-studded panel. And this article mentions that Skip really didn't want to look at people internally, honestly, for Undisputed, right? Nick Wright. Listen, I know Nick Wright is a LeBron lover, but Nick Wright definitely entertaining. He's doing his thing on First Things First. I personally enjoy watching Nick Wright. I know some of his takes can be out there, but he definitely brings the juice. And he's good. He's a good debater. Even when he's wrong, he's very passionate. I'm one of my earlier videos talking about this whole shakeup. I mentioned like Nick Wright is like, he reminds me like a younger version of Skip. But instead of being a Cowboy lover, he's a LeBron lover, right? But Skip, this article says Skip doesn't want to work with Nick Wright. Answer the source: Skip doesn't want to work with anybody who will make him look bad, and Nick Wright would disembowel him on air, which I would agree. Nick Wright, he's tough, man. He's definitely not gonna let Skip steamroll him. Skip wants to go in a shouting match and criticize and take personal jabs. Nick Wright will be right there with him, if not surpassing him. But so all the talent, like all the key talent, they have their own platforms. Joy Taylor, Emmanuel Acho, Chris Rousseau, all those guys, they're happy at where they are. But at the same time, Skip doesn't want to bring in any of those guys on his show. He's clearly he's been looking outside, and he has. So, and this article says, of course, and we all know that Skip handpicked all of them. So this show really is, the success of it is all on Skip. You talk about a lot of pressure for Skip Bayless to make this work. Good luck. ESPN, they already have their rotating crew. Even when Stephen A. Smith is not there, they still have decent enough people on there to fill in. And football season is right around the corner, and we're full steam ahead. You know what I'm saying? So, and this was a long hiatus for Skip Bayless. I mean, you're talking about over 2 months, and now we got the reports of who's going to be on there with Richard Sherman and Rachel Nichols and Lil Wayne and Keyshawn Johnson, and you have internal rumblings now leaking information that they're not sure that this is gonna be a hit. You know, I mean, this falls all on Skip. I know Shannon, he marches his own beat. He felt like he wasn't getting the respect or getting the same level of say in production and producing the show compared to Skip, so he bounced. Instead of working something out, this is what happens, right? So Shannon took his talents elsewhere. You know, he's going to be debuting the show pretty soon, but it's just, this is not good. I mean, if internal rumblings should not be leaking this out. They should be all hands on deck. Hey, this is going to be a great show. We're excited with our lineup. Nah, they're not feeling it. You know, whatever test pilots they were running internally, just it's not hitting. So this is all on Skip. Like I said, major pressure for him to deliver and knock it out the park. You handpicked all these guys. Hey, then you got to make it work. But clearly the execs or people inside just don't feel it's just going to compete with the lineup on First Take. So anyways, let me know what y'all think about this so far with this information being leaked, of just kind of with all the shifting, and finally Undisputed has their lineup. Internal rumblings is saying, yeah, I don't think we can rock with First Take. So anyways, thanks for watching this vid. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.